The Bernie Madoff of crypto, Sam Bankman-Fried, has been found guilty on 7 counts in his fraud trial. Also, the DXY, the dollar currency index, is crashing. That means assets are about to pump. Get ready. Let's break it down. Welcome to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. It supports the podcast and it doesn't cost you anything. Well, folks, Sam Bankman-Fried found guilty by jury in landmark crypto trial. The jury found the former executive guilty after a month-long trial where the prosecution presented nearly 17 witnesses to the defense's 3, with Bankman-Fried himself taking the stand. FTX co-founder Gary Wang, former head of engineering Nishad Singh, and former Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison testified against their former colleague. Sam Bankman-Fried's sentencing hearing is scheduled for March 28th. A hearing will be held where the judge, Lewis Kaplan, who oversaw the entirety of Bankman-Fried's trial, will decide his sentence. The former executive faces a maximum sentence of 115 years. Folks, this is great news. This is what we wanted to see. This guy needs to go away for a long time. He is a fraudster and a scammer. And as stated, he is the Bernie Madoff of the crypto industry. What he did was just an old-fashioned crime here. It had nothing specific to do with crypto. Yes, crypto was part of the means or the assets, right? But this could have been done with cash, right? A bank could do this. They can commingle and steal customer funds. This is what he was essentially doing. So great news. It's something that I think the entire crypto industry and market was waiting for, so we can put it behind us and move forward. Now, I want to share a clip of U.S. Attorney of SDNY, Damian Williams, his statements he made, because this is coming from someone who has nothing to do with crypto. He's just part of the law system, and he had some really great statements. Let me play it here for you.
My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the United States Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Sam Bankman-Fried perpetrated one of the biggest financial frauds in American history, a multi-billion-dollar scheme designed to make him the king of crypto. But here's the thing. The cryptocurrency industry might be new. The players like Sam Bankman-Fried might be new. But this kind of fraud, this kind of corruption is as old as time, and we have no patience for it.
So great statements here from Damian Williams. And as stated, this is a fraud as old as time. Sam Bankman-Fried didn't come up with a new scheme. He just did an old-fashioned crime. And the problem here was that the regulators, like the SEC, who met with Sam Bankman-Fried multiple times, like Gary Gensler, did not do any investigations. And he was meeting with these folks, making campaign donations while committing big-time fraud. And as Damian said here, he perpetrated one of the biggest financial crimes in American history, and now he's going to have to go to jail. So this is a good day, folks. We want to put this behind us and keep moving forward. The market needs us to move forward from this. And from a public perception standpoint, we need to show that, hey, this was a bad actor and there are good actors in the crypto industry, and this technology and asset class will continue to grow. An example of the takeaways that are coming out as a result of the FTX collapse, as well as Celsius and so forth, and that is many folks in Congress are and the Senate are pushing for what's called proof of reserves to make sure all these crypto exchanges have their customer reserves. It's 100% back, and there's no commingling in these things happening. You know, in hindsight, it's like, this should have been done a long time ago, but this is the failure of Congress as well as the regulators to not act sooner. This is a new technology. We're in a global competition and other countries are moving ahead. The UK, the EU have passed crypto regulations. The United States has not. There's still bills stuck in the House and there's infighting, right? It's nonsense. So we need to get these things going. So here, I'll just read a headline from October. U.S. senators set in motion a bipartisan proof of reserves bill. So we need to make sure these things are in place. Now, a great exchange that I've been using since 2018, and that is a sponsor of this podcast, is Uphold. And they have proof of reserves. They back their customer funds 100%. So they do audits as well, so you can verify that. They have a lot of transparency. And I trust this platform. I've interviewed the CEO, the CFO, and I've been using them for a long time. You can also trade precious metals and over 37 fiat currencies on this platform. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, please visit the link in the description. Now, folks, what's interesting is that Bitcoin right now is still consolidating. So we can see here, not much happening. It kind of pulled back below 35,000, but that's fine, right? It's chopping, it's building the support levels, right? There's a move upwards. We break through resistance, we build support, then we move up again and break through another resistance. It's just market cycles playing out. So no need to panic. You know, Bitcoin is back below 35. Some people are going a little nuts. It may drop back down to 34. That's okay. It's all within the range of consolidation and building support levels. But what's interesting, and here the blockchain backer just tweeted out, the DXY, the dollar currency index, is crashing, folks. It takes a hard tumble through the 106 Fibonacci level here. Folks, that is bullish because as we've talked about many times, when the DXY is pumping, assets start crashing. When the DXY is crashing, assets start pumping. Now, it's not an immediate thing where it happens like, you know, in the seconds and the minutes, but watch over the next week or so, we're going to see assets start to move upwards. So very bullish in my opinion. Now, this coupled with the Fed pausing rate hikes is all bullish narratives. Now, when the Fed starts to cut rates, that's usually a sign something is about to break. That's when, you know, you put up the red flags a little bit. But right now, I think we're okay. The Fed is pausing, the DXY is crashing, and Bitcoin is looking to get ready to move to its next level. And as always, it's going to pull the altcoins with it. So we can expect the altcoins to rise. And this is not a move to new all-time highs. Like I've been saying, this is a move to retracement levels. So we're anticipating Bitcoin going to between 40 to 50K. That's not guaranteed. That's just a thesis. And altcoins will follow Bitcoin's move, at which point I think Bitcoin rolls over a little bit. Maybe it goes back down to 30K range. It starts to move slow and steady into 2024. And possibly we may hit some new all-time highs in 2024 for Bitcoin. But I think there's a very high probability we hit new all-time highs in 2025, and that will be the peak of the next bull market. So this is based on how the market has performed historically. Could things be different this time? Absolutely. But there's no facts right now to say that it will be different. So we are forming our thesis based on the facts, the fundamentals, the technical analysis, and much more. So looking really good here, folks. Now, we got news here that Coinbase posted its earnings and they beat the expectations, so which is really good. Here's the headline. Coinbase posts earnings beat with $674 million in Q3 revenue. So you may say, well, who cares, Tony? Well, look, I do own some Coinbase stock, but this is a indication, this is a marker, a metric that we use to show that the market is recovering, right? And I think that's clear as day. If you look at the Bitcoin chart, we bottomed in November of 2022. And we've been on the rise since, right? Is it a roller coaster ride on the way up? Of course, but that's the market. And you can use that volatility to make money. You can swing trade. But the fact that Coinbase, as the largest crypto exchange in the United States, is posting positive revenue numbers here and earnings numbers is a good sign, right? Multiple indicators showing that we are growing. We are coming out of the bear market. I don't believe we are officially in a bull market yet. I think we're in the transition phase from bear to bull. I believe the official bull market starts next year at the Bitcoin halving. Well, folks, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. How many years of sentencing do you think Sam Bankman-Fried is going to get? Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you all later.